Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor Muffin Hickok. It's been an interesting last week, first week back at school. It's been interesting, It's mostly been alright, Obviously by the end of a week I would be really tired, so, over the weekend I was a little tired, so, yeah. Not feeling too crazy this morning, and I'm not feeling bad, but I'm not feeling, super excited or anything. I'm alright right now, let's get into it. So I mentioned in my last video diary entry that I would try running in the rain last Monday. And I did. I did run in the rain last Monday. It was interesting. It did make running harder, honestly. I was only able to run 1.6 miles without running when I'm usually able to do 2. So it definitely did make it harder. And it wasn't that cold, sure, at first it was a little cold, but then I got used to it, Oh, there's someone going for a morning run. Haha, like me. That's awesome. EW. Yeah, Monday was pretty chill. I watched 2 more episodes of Cinderella Grey. Really good. Hold on. Yeah, so I watched episodes 3 and 4 last Monday. And I was really liking the series so far, just based on the first 4 episodes, which was awesome. And one thing I do want to mention is on Monday, I said I would try and go on a morning run on Mondays too, but it's like, I also want to do other things like, play my piano and stuff in the morning, so it's like, I decided that Mondays wouldn't be running days, they would be just like doing leg exercises in the mornings. Cause before I started doing morning runs every day, I would also do exercises in the mornings. But I kind of swapped that out with my running. So I'm deciding that on Mondays, while I'm out here at the park, I could just do some quick exercises, like some jumping, stuff like that. Like here I would do some jumping, and then maybe back home I would do some squats, some calf raises, stuff like that, Get some more power in those legs is always good. There's some bugs around me right now. I really thought that the bugs would go away when it got colder, honestly. And honestly, I don't need to wear this jacket right now. I don't need to. I'm fine. But, And as you may have noticed, I got a haircut. It was last Saturday that I got the haircut. I'm only getting a haircut because so it's easier to wear a wig with my costume, because I remember last year my hair was longer, and when I put on this hair cover, so it'd be easier to put on a wig, and it smushed my hair together, and I remember it hurt a lot when I took it off. My hair was hurting. My head was hurting. So I don't want that to happen again. And Halloween is in a week and 5 days, I think, because it's next Friday. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, 14 days, but, well, no, what am I saying? 11 days. I'm stupid, bro. What am I saying? It's the 20th. It's in 11 days, bro. I'm tweaking out. I'm tweaking. Because it's I was thinking about how much more days next week, and I don't know. Alright, whatever. 14th, last Tuesday. First day back at school since break. It went pretty well. I was able to do all my homework. Me and Cody did have to walk home though. Because our dad was in Florida for starting last Sunday through until yesterday. So yeah, me and Cody had to walk home 2 times, which was painful, but we did it. I played my piano again on Tuesday. I'm definitely getting... Bro, can this guy get out of the way, bro? Can this guy not? Like... I'm definitely getting better at playing Sweden. I don't know how long exactly it'll take me to be able to play the whole song, but I'm getting better. I watched episodes 5 and 6 of Cinderella Grey last Tuesday. Episode 6 alone made me cry twice, which is insane to think about. Dude, I'm sorry. I know I was on a call with Eric yesterday, and I told him it was a further instance where I cried again. And I told Eric, I know you're probably tired of hearing this, but Mama Sume made me cry again. He's like, dog. It's like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with crying over something, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, that's like, there's a thing I do want to mention. There's this video I watched that I want to talk about the topic in it after I summarize everything. Dude, I'm not gonna flick these guys, alright? I'm not gonna flick these guys, but I'm gonna try and blow them away. And here's okay. I wrote here last Tuesday. I'm not going to make Umamusume or running my whole personality. That would be stupid. And yes, that would be stupid. I'm not gonna make I've been talking about Umamusume and running a lot recently, but I'm not gonna make it my whole personality. And besides, it's not like I'm some Olympic runner, you know. I'm just some guy who runs for fun. Now that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and push myself and try and improve myself, and over time be able to run better and better. That's not what I mean. I run for fun, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try and push myself. Like I wanna like my next goals are to try and get up to 3 miles without walking, and to be able to a sub 6 mile. Those are my goals right now. And yeah. And one thing I should do to help get me towards those goals is to do some more leg workouts to get more power in my legs, cause my legs can give out pretty quickly. Like I can run a mile without my legs giving out, but after a mile it gets hard. Like I can still keep going, but my legs just can't, dude. And it's hard, like keep going step after step when it's like your legs start to feel so rough. So I want to improve the power in my legs, yeah. And then on Wednesday, school was a little tiring on Wednesday. I did manage to do my homework though. I had a food bank on Wednesday. Eric actually showed up, which was cool. He said he wanted to try out doing the food bank for Key Club at least once, which is nice. And he was giving up his only free day of the week to do that. So honestly, respect to Eric for that. That he wanted to do it that bad. Oh, and the food bank was fun, but obviously it was also really tiring. And it was Cody's legitimate first time doing a food bank too, which was great. And okay, there was a huge misunderstanding between me and Jerry over text on Wednesday. He texted to me and the other employees in like this group chat, hey, okay, here's what I interpreted it as. Hey guys, let's do shows on Thursdays from now on. Will you guys be able to do that starting next week? And then I talked to my parents, and they're like, no. Like, that wouldn't be possible with my school schedule. And then I told Jerry like, oh, I would love to, but my and then I had my mom text Jerry about like the school situation. He's like, understood. But then what he meant is he's only like he said, okay guys, how about a Thursday show next week, because it's his retirement week. I interpreted it as every week from now on, but no, he just meant next week. So I had to apologize to him on Friday about that. So there was that. I also played my piano on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch more Cinderella Grey on Wednesday because of the food bank, but it's alright, because I finished the series yesterday. I finished part 1 yesterday. Thursday, me and Cody to walk home again. It sucked a lot, but we did it. I watched episodes 7 and 8 of Cinderella Grey on Thursday. They were awesome. They were amazing. I also ran 2.25 miles in PE, not without walking, but that was pretty crazy, especially since so a lap on the track of my school is 1/4 mile. So on my 8th lap, I did a sprint at the end, which I just felt like it, and then I decided to do another lap, and I did another sprint, which I didn't think I would be able to do, but I did it. I could have done another sprint. I could have done another lap and then a sprint, bro, but we didn't have time. Friday was pretty exhausting. I had my first Special Olympics event in a unified sports this year. Sorry. It was really fun. It was very enjoyable. I'm glad the athletes got to play, but it was so tiring, dude. You just use so much social. You just use so much emotional energy. It's like, damn, bro. It was tiring. I decided to skip the robotics meeting on Friday, not because of that. I could have done the meeting, but because my dad wasn't there, and my mom had already been dealing with so much last week because my dad wasn't there. So I decided to not have her deal with picking me up from robotics. And work went well on Friday, and I nearly finished all my homework for the weekend on the entirety of Friday, which was great. And then Saturday, I worked a lot on my math. I'd rather be relaxed on a weekend, but I can do homework on weekends. It's fine. I watched episodes 9 and 10 of Cinderella Grey on Saturday. They were so good. Episode 9 made me cry again. I've cried 7 times. I've cried 7 times to Mamasume now, and it's like, okay. Again, there's a video I watched that I want to get into. I just adore the franchise. Personally, I don't think the game is the most fun ever. I tried it for a little bit, and it was fun. But again, I just can't do games that ask for a lot of your time. I just can't do that these days. Like with Marvel Snap, it's not asking for too much of your time. You can play it whenever, And I'm actually started playing Minecraft a little bit recently. I started a hardcore survival world, which is fun. I started that yesterday. I'm gonna see how far I can take it in that world. I'm gonna see how far I can take it in that hardcore survival world. I want to see how far I can take it. Why not? So I was gonna do this earlier in the week, but on Saturday I read the latest chapter of Ogami Sumiki Tokini Chijo. Pardon my language. It was fucking amazing, dude. Oh my gosh. Miyu Morishita is actually the GOAT. She knows what she wants. She knows what we want. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read it, but it was so good. I think it's chapter 79 that the manga's on now. I'd have to double check. But, dude, I started reading that, I think it was, late last year, early this year. The story's developed so much. It's damn. It's so good. like, I really can't decide between Umamusume, Ogamusume Toki no Chijo, and Spice and Wolf. I really can't decide. I've been complimenting Umamusume so much, but I really can't decide. I really can't decide if Umamusume is above those two or not. I can't. The other two are so good. And then I also got a haircut on Saturday. Dude, me and Morishita knows what the fans want, bro. And then work also went pretty well on Friday, and that's all. That was all for Saturday. Yesterday, I finished part 1 of Cinderella Grey. Part 2 is currently streaming. I'm gonna hopefully start watching it tonight. But if I have homework, then I'll start watching it tomorrow. It's fine. And then I'll probably play my piano tonight because I want to do some of those leg exercises this morning, like I mentioned. And I really liked the ending for part 1. It didn't make me cry. The ending of part 1 didn't make me cry, but it was still really good. I really liked it. And, you know, I think it's incredible how every time a race starts, every time, like, it shows a race in Umamusume, that it just gets my heart pumping. I think that's incredible. For Umamusume to be able to do that, I think that's incredible. That's incredible to me. That's amazing. I also finally finished my pre-calc stuff that I had to do because I wasn't there on Friday for class because of Unified Sports. And I had Yardhouse for dinner last night. I went with my mom. That was really nice. I had the Nashville hot chicken. It was really nice. My mom did get a bit drunk though, which kind of sucks. I hate it. I hate it when my mom gets drunk, dude. It's like it's just the most annoying thing, dude. It's like it just becomes so bothersome. She literally ran a red light on the way home. Like, dude. Are you serious, Mom? I don't know. Dude, okay. I think I mentioned this one. I mentioned this in a prior, I don't know which one, but in a prior diary entry where I am never planning on drinking ever for any reason. I just don't see a point, you know. Like, besides, I also have this fear of, like, what if I'm just, like, a really, really bad drunk? Like, what if I just become a really bad person when I'm drunk, you know? And I don't want that. I don't want that. And another thing is, especially my mom's family. My mom's family is filled with alcoholics. So it's like, there's a possibility that I have an addiction just waiting to happen if I ever start drinking, you know. And I don't want that either. I do not want that at all. So I'm just avoiding it entirely, you know. But where's the moon? Is the moon out? Sorry. It's just the moon always looks nice. What was I gonna mention? So there's there are these there are these videos I watch sometimes on, like, some more I guess the word is depressing, more depressing topics. Well, not really. Sorry. And like, there's this one channel, I think they're called Safia, where they make videos about, like, mental health topics. And one of them, I watched one of them a few days ago, titled "Being Soft Isn't Weak," and they talked about how it's okay to, like, you know, experience all your feelings, and how the world needs more people who are willing to show their feelings instead of just, you know, like acting tough and storing away their feelings, because that's apparently what tough is these days. And, you know, it's like, recently I've been crying more, and I've been recently I've been crying more, and it's like, crying that one time for Umamusume has kind of opened the floodgates for that. But it's like, even before that, you know, it's like, I let myself show my emotions. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And in the video, she was talking about how, like, that's a strength to be able to show your emotions, despite what society, you know, despite this, like, idea that society says where oh, you shouldn't show your emotions. You know, you just gotta toughen up. You know, but it's like there's nothing wrong with showing your emotions. You know, I mean that's just a little quick notion I wanted to mention. Yeah, and that's really all I got for now. Again, for Cinderella Grey, Part 2 is currently streaming, so I'm gonna start watching that. I'm gonna watch Cinderella Grey Part 2 until it finishes streaming, so it'll take a few weeks. Maybe a couple months, I think. And then once Cinderella Grey Part 2 is over, then I'll watch the Chainsaw Man movie. And I'll take a little break from anime from there, maybe. Because technically, if I were to start watching Cinderella Grey Part 2 right now, that would technically be a break. Because it's only like one episode a week on Sundays. Because they get the new episode every Sunday. So technically, it would be a break. And then after Chainsaw Man movie, I'll think about it, you know. There's this childhood show of mine I used to watch called The Dragon Prince, which has apparently finished. It's gotten its final season, and they're making a sequel series. So I want to catch it. I want to finish the original series. That's something I want to do. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Yeah, maybe I'll do some jump training while I'm out here, because there's no way I'm doing some jump training. There's no way I'm doing jump training in my house. It's gonna wake everyone up. It's gonna disrupt everyone's sleep. I'd rather not do that. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna see y'all later. Yeah, I'm gonna just do some stuff. Head back. I'm gonna see y'all later.